Hi, Francis here from Front Row Music and welcome to day one of Queen The Show Must Go On challenge for keyboard. Now in this video I'm going to be covering the first verse and chorus. Thankfully those two parts are exactly the same, so you've only actually got one thing to learn. I'm going to break it up into three parts. We're going to do the right hand, then we're going to do the left hand, and then we're going to have a look at putting those two together. So without further ado, let's jump into part one. Okay, so for part one, we're just going to be using our right hand. We'll bring in our left hand into it later on for part two, but for now, it's just our right hand. And I'm just going to be using my index finger. You can use more than one finger if you want to with this, but if you're a little bit unsure and you've not been playing for too long, you're fine to just use the index finger. And I'll just keep it on that one for the sakes of this video. But if you want to use multiple fingers, you can. Okay, so we're going to be starting on our D note, this D here. So make sure you're playing that D there, not this one. Although it doesn't matter too much if you play a different one. They all work, but this is the one we'll be using for this. And we're going to play 4 Ds. Like that. After that, we're going to do 4 C sharps. So we've got our C here. And the C sharp is the black key in between the C and the D. And we're going to do another 4. We're going to do 4 of those. So if we put those together, that's. Then after that, we're going to move up to our E, this white key here. And we're going to do 4 of those. And then lastly, we're going to do another 4 Ds. So that whole part together will sound like this. And we play that part twice in a row without stopping. So twice in a row sounds like this. I'll count myself in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second time. And that's that part twice through. After that, we're moving on to the next section in this part, and you're going to do a D again. You're going to do 4 Ds, and then you're going to move to the C sharp again, but you're going to do 12 of them, or 3 lots of 4 might be an easier way to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So from those 4 Ds into that bit, I'll count myself in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the very last note, you're going to move down to the B here, this B, and you're just going to do 1 and let it ring out. So altogether, the entirety of part 1 from the very beginning sounds like this. I'll count myself in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great work on part 1 there. Now, give that a practice as much as you need to. Pause this video, rewind it, keep going back to it, and then when you feel nice and confident, let's jump into part 2. Okay, so we're on to part 2 now, and this is where our left hand comes into play, and we're going to be starting with a B minor chord. So we're going to be playing the B note and the D note. We're an octave lower from our right hand. Our right hand is up here, and our left hand is the octave lower down here. I'm just going to take my right hand out of the equation for now, though. So you're going to want to put your index finger on the B and your thumb on the D to play the B minor. You're going to play it twice, letting it ring out for 4 beats each time, like this. I'll count myself in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Next, you're going to move on to a G chord. So you can keep that shape and just slide it down. So you're playing the G and the B. And you're going to do exactly the same thing. Play it twice, ringing it out for 4 beats each time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, next we're going to move on to an E minor. So if we're here with our G, you're going to slide that shape down. So you're playing the E with your index, the G with your thumb. But we're only going to play it once this time. Let it ring for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our next chord is an F sharp chord. So this is where things change ever so slightly. You're going to put your index finger on the F sharp, the black key here. So you've got you're on your E, that's your F sharp. And then your thumb is going to play the A sharp. And you're going to play that once for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. And then lastly, we're going to go from our F sharp chord back to our E minor. So E and G, and you're going to play it and you're just going to let it ring out until the whole thing starts again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. You can let it ring 5, 6, 7, 8. And then after that point, you'll be going back to the start. Amazing work there. That was really, really good. Hopefully your left hand and your right hand are both feeling really confident right now. But again, like with part 1, pause the video, rewind it, go back and practice that before we move into part 3. And once you're comfortable with those two parts and you put them together, it should sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's all the parts for you there. Remember to keep pausing and rewinding the video. If you're struggling to put parts 1 and 2 together, just do one of them. Just either do your right hand doing the more melodic part, or your left hand holding down the chords, or chop and change. Because it repeats so much, you could do the right hand once and then the left hand once and keep jumping back and forth until you're really, really confident and you're putting them together like we did in part 3. Anyway, really, really good work. I will see you in the next video.